Tonight, the Cousins Club members Asim Altimimi and Richard Herman will debate the one versus two-state solution to the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. We must remember that we in the United States cannot, should not, decide what should go on in Israel-Palestine. That should be done by the people there themselves with some democratic process. Tonight we will reprise the first Edward Said Memorial Lecture, which was a joint presentation between Ali Abunimah and Avi Shlaim. It was titled Palestinians and Israelis, Two States or One State. The discussion occurred on September 18th in the Palestine Center in Washington, D.C. Mr. Ali Abunimah spoke first. He argued for one state. He is a Palestine Center fellow and author of the book, One Country, A Bold Proposal to End the Israeli-Palestinian Impasse. And he's co-founder of the Electronic Intifada. His remarks will be presented by Asim, who himself is a proponent of one democratic state between the Jordan River and the Mediterranean Sea.
Abunimah has encountered time and again the claim that the two-state solution is the easiest, most natural, most obvious outcome, that it is the lesser evil, and at least would provide finality, definitely separating two hostile ethnic groups. His view is that partition, that's breaking up Palestine into two parts, just mixes things up. And the specific cases of Ireland, Palestine, India, and the former Yugoslavia partitions, or the attempt to carry them out, did not end civil conflict, as the proponents of partition had hoped. Instead, partition has generally served as a decisive realignment not only of the commoner forces, but of the very terms of the conflict. Moreover, partition has invariably been accompanied by various forms of ethnic cleansing, forced population transfer, and coerced assimilation, all in the name of producing the supposedly normative conditions of liberal democratic statehood. In conclusion, the two-state solution would therefore require, once again, the massive violence of partition, with consequences no less disastrous and unpredictable than earlier partitions. Ilyan Pape has stressed the pattern of continuity in Palestine's modern history as a geopolitical entity with its own cultural cohesiveness and distinctiveness. This continuity was violently disrupted by the partition and ethnic cleansing in 1947 and 1948, but it did not destroy the binational entity. Political partition effectively ended when Israel conquered the West Bank and Gaza Strip in 1967. The partition, dictated by the armistice agreements, was eradicated. The two-state option is not the easy default option many still believe. It is, indeed, the radical option that would require us to embrace partition anew with all of its horrors. It would require at least the involuntary movement of hundreds of thousands of Israeli settlers, many of them armed. It would require millions of Palestinian refugees to remain behind fortified frontiers that they do not recognize and do not cross, and who can guarantee that it would not spark the ethnic cleansing of Palestinian citizens of Israel. The default option then is to begin by recognizing the binational reality. then we can begin to consider how to change the political regime and the state system to fit the people rather than trying to exchange the people to fit the regime. Thank you.